So hello everyone, in this video I'll be talking about update operation in MongoDB. So in the last video we studied about read operation. Inside that we learned about find and find one. Now we'll be learning about update one and update many. So for that we'll be just seeing the groceries once again. Groceries dot find and then pretty. So you can see that four documents are already there. So for example, if I want to update one of the document, for example, I want to update the price of this cake. I don't want 250, I want it to be 300, for example. So how would I update this? So I can update this by using the update one command. So I can use db dot update groceries. You can only execute these commands, third operation commands, only the collection, only on the collections. So that's why I'm using groceries. And now I can use update one, and inside that first you need to filter out the thing on which element you want this to be executed. So for that you need to filter, add some filter on the elements or the documents. So I want the update operation to happen on this cake, so that's why I'll add one filter in here, which is name should be cake. So you can also use object ID or any unique ID if you have added by yourself. I'm using a cake because I haven't added more than one cake, and no other cake is there, only one cake is there. That's why I'm using this. You can also add the single identifier which you have added by yourself. So this is the first argument in the update one. After that you need to set the data or the data you want to update. Inside that we'll be using that data. So for that I'm using price, and I'm updating the price to 300. So this is I wanted to do. After that I can close this bracket and I can press that, but I think that is going to give me some error. Let's see that. So you can see that this update operation is asking for any atomic operator. So what is an atomic operator? Which these are some reserved keywords in the MongoDB, which in the queries it helps. Some of the operators has different work. So let's add one of the operator. I'm going to add one set operator inside that. So for adding that I'm using dollar symbol. Whenever you see this dollar symbol, dollar and then any keyword, so understand it, this is a special keyword, you can say, in which adds some additional operation in a query. So this set operator, what it will do is it will only set the price if it is there. If it will update the 300 if the price key is there, otherwise it will add the price if the property is not there. So for example, in any of the object, price is not there, if price field is not there, then it will add this price 300, and if the price is there, then it will update that field to this price 300. So that's why we are adding this set. So this is how we do. You just need to add one more curly brackets, and inside that you have to add this dollar set property or this dollar set atomic operator, and after that you have to put colon, and then you can pass your data which you want to update. So this is this syntax you have to add. Then you can press enter. Then you can see that it matched one document. That it means it found this cake and then it modified one element inside that or one property inside that. So if I now add this same command, which is find, then you can see that the price of cake is updated now. Earlier it was 250, now it is updated to 300. So this is how we update objects in MongoDB by using updateOne command. Similarly, you can update more than one object if there are more than one cake. So you can similarly update that by using updateMany command. So for example, I want all the objects which are having is expired to have all the like I want all the documents is having is expired false, right? So I want all the is expired to true, or if I want to add one more property there, so for that I'm using one more method. So let's add that. I'm just simply removing and adding it once again. So I can use updateMany, and inside that I'll be providing the filter for which I want to execute. So the filter is expired, right? So I want all the elements which has this property is expired and it is set to false. Okay, so this is my condition or the filter. Then after that I want the data to be updated, like the data which I want to update. Before doing that, I told you to add set, because it will set the properties if it is there, otherwise it will add the new property if it isn't there. So we'll be adding for example, I want to add one property there which is, for example, country. So I can add one property, country India maybe. So let's add that, and if I do this, then you can see that it matched 4 documents, because is expired is in all the 4 documents, and it modified all the 4 documents. If I again find and pretty that documents, you can see that one extra field is added there, which is country India. So you can see that we have added this field by using updateMany, right? So this field was not there earlier, but it was added because of set property, because we added that atomic operator, and now it is updated with the new field country India. So it is updating to all the elements, right? To all the documents, not the one which is found first. That is done in the updateOne. If you have done this, or if you have executed this query with updateOne, it would have only updated this first one, not the other 3, because updateOne will only execute the first matching object or the first matching document. So that was its idea. So that's why we use updateMany, because I wanted to add this country India to all the element or to all the documents. So this is how we wanted that. So let's close that with CLS, and this is how I wanted to show you updateOne and updateMany. I hope you understood something, and we'll learn something in detail about the delete1 and deleteMany. So let's wait for the last delete operation inside the CRUD operations in MongoDB. We'll meet in the another video talking about the delete operation. Thank you for watching.